I remember the day when I literally decided to go on my Instagram and I blocked every single trader. I blocked them all. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video. I'm Javi. Alright, so in this video I want to explain to you guys, 2025, right? It's a new year. And most of you guys watching this video, you guys are traders, and I want to explain to you guys, how do you win this year? Like, how can you ensure that you walk away this year 2025 as a successful trader, right? Now, I've been trading for several years now. It's almost 7 years now since I first started trading, and I've noticed a lot of patterns like over the years. I've seen a lot of people start off trading, quit trading. I've seen a lot of people started trading after me and are now making more money than me. I've seen a lot of things, right? I have a large sample size of data because guess what? I am a mentor, right? I have quite a lot of followers on Instagram, and a lot of you guys right now are coming from Instagram, right? And I've been keeping classes years. Right, so it's fair to say that I have a large amount of information that the normal trader wouldn't necessarily have access to. So I can tell you this is exactly what you need to do, because I have seen a lot of people over the years done these things, including myself. I've done stuff and I now have a clear picture as to what will work for you. All right, and this video is mainly targeted for people who are just struggling, right? Maybe you've been trading now for several years. Maybe you're now trading for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you realize that like I'm not really getting anywhere. I take a lot of people advice on Instagram. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, but I'm just still unable to. Maybe you've been able to make a withdrawal here and there, but you're just not consistent with your trading. You aren't able to use your trading to pay your bills consistently, to buy a car, to buy a house. You're just not leveling up as how you would want. It's a lot. It's a lot to discuss. This video is going to be broken down into several parts: psychology and also technicals. I'm literally going to be going on the charts to break down what I think that you should be doing on the charts. So let's get right into it, guys. So the first thing I want to focus on is psychology. The first thing that you absolutely need to do, right? And a lot of gurus out there don't stress this enough, but it's actually two things in one, right? It's two things in one, and it's backtesting and journaling, right? You need to be backtesting and journaling for this year. What I recommend, guys, for if you are unable to consistently spot trades, what it simply means is you just don't yet get the rhythm of the markets. And it's simple. The markets have a rhythm, how they move. It's almost like a song, Let's say your favorite artist release a new song, right? The whole song, the whole track is like 3.5 minutes, right? Just by you listening to the beat for like 30 seconds max, you can basically get an idea as to the entire beat for the entire length of the track, right? Because it's the same melody, it's the same track. I'm not really into music like that, but I'm just hoping I'm using the right terminology. Like, all right, I'm here talking about track and beats. Like, I know what I'm talking. I don't really know what I'm talking about, guys, but you guys get a picture. Like, if you listen to the music for like 15-30 seconds, you can already predict what the melody for the rest of the song is going to be like, right? And that is exactly how the markets work. When you backtest, it's almost like you're able to see what the chart favors, what doesn't the chart favor. Like, you're able to see the different environments where the chart likes to move trendy. You're able to see patterns that tells you the market is about to move choppy. So maybe for the next couple of days, it will be moving choppy. Backtesting and listen, maybe you're not able to backtest as how traditionally, because maybe on volatility index you can't really do bar replay like that, right? But just by literally spending a few days a week, 2 weeks, and just going over the charts. You don't even have to be bar replay thing. You just have to be going back in the charts and look and see how the markets move, right? Appreciate the levels of aggressiveness that it moves depending on what zones, right? So backtesting is very, very powerful, guys. When I first started trading, I remember when I first started backtesting, it was literally like a turning point in my whole journey, because I remember the days when it's like I was taking courses, man, and it's like, it's like I was gonna go crazy, guys, because no matter how much videos, it's like sometimes, even though thinking about it, like I can remember the days when I would be going through a course and I would watch video after video after video after video, and I would literally be watching the same video like 10 times. And I still couldn't get it. Like, I still couldn't understand what this guy. No, I understand the video, right? Let's say it's a video about entries, right? Scaling down from the 4-hour down to the 50-minute time frame to get your entry, break of structure. I get those concepts, but whatever the guy explains in the video, maybe I go on his Instagram and it's a whole different thing I see him doing. Like, bro, you explain this in the course, and when I look on your Instagram, I'm seeing a whole different thing, right? So it's like, I can't really. It's very confusing when you. It's almost like your own mentor is contradicting himself, because how can you be teaching me one thing in the course, but yet still, I see you get an entry here, and it's a whole different thing than what you explain in the course. It's almost like whatever you teach me in the course, you're not sticking to it, right? And it was driving me crazy, man. At some point, I was literally feeling like something is wrong with me. What's wrong with me? Why is everybody winning? Why is everybody catching these trades on GJ, UJ, Euro USD? And I'm just here sitting like, what's wrong with me? Why am I the one losing? Until the day when I realized that, the problem is maybe it's a good idea to like understand a few basic things from the mentor, but maybe it's good to just relax myself and stop focusing on others, including who I'm trying to learn a strategy from. And that is why to this day, I still consider myself self-taught, because there was no one point when I had a mentor who took me from zero to being consistent. There's no point when I can't really attribute my success to any one person, because it's basically the day when I decided to sit down, lock myself in a room like this one, and I just decided that, I'm just gonna be backtesting like a 9 to 5. At that time in my life, I literally just, was leaving high school, and I was supposed to go off to college, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to be backtesting for the next year. Guys, I did just that. Every day I was backtesting maybe like 100 trades, 200, 300 trades. And over time, guys, I can tell you this, there's nobody on this planet that can teach you anything as much as what you can learn when you're practicing on your own. Because when you're practicing on your own, right, this is it. When you're practicing on your own, you're basically discovering your own personality on the charts, right? You're unfolding yourself. You're unfolding, your own personality, and realizing that, okay, I like trades like this. Because the thing, guys, when you are looking at other people and what they're trading, right, they might take trades a certain way with the same strategy, but maybe you don't trade like them. Maybe you just want to trade in a different way. And backtesting allows you to realize what you like, what you don't like, how the markets move, the different patterns. Now, backtesting is one thing, but another thing that you need to be focusing on is journaling as well. Journaling is just that thing where it's similar to backtesting, but you're not really practicing, but you're more just taking notes of your own trades, right? And you're just looking into the different types of mistakes that you're making, and what types of mistakes you're prone to making in the markets. So literally all you have to do is every single time you take a trade, whether you win or lose, you absolutely need to document it, right? You need to treat your trading like an actual business, and that's the problem with a lot of new traders nowadays. You guys aren't really treating your trading like an actual company you're running, and you need to treat it like that, because there's no way you're gonna be successful if you lose a trade and then next week you absolutely forgot the trade that you lost last week. I'm not saying that you should dwell on the past and dwell on your losses in terms of your emotional attachment to the money that you've lost. No, you absolutely shouldn't dwell on the money that you've lost as a result of your losing trades, but you absolutely need to remember the reasons why you took a trade. Did it play out in your favor? Okay, did not play out in your favor. Why did it not play out in your favor? And you're gonna document everything, guys. Document it all. And that's basically a summary of everything that I need you to do in 2025 to win psychologically wise, right? In terms of your psychology, you absolutely need to focus on yourself, right? A lot of traders nowadays, you're just blinded by social media. I understand, you want to get inspired. Sometimes it's good to go on Instagram and see traders living the fancy lifestyle and all, but sometimes like, this is what worked for me back then, what worked for me. And that is why this topic is very emotional for me, because I remember the day when I literally decided to go on my Instagram and I blocked every single trader. I blocked them all. I decided I don't want to be seeing any more fancy lifestyle, fancy stuff, because when you go on Instagram and you see other people winning, it's good. You're happy for them, of course. But at the same time, it's like you just feel depressed sometimes, because everybody is winning, but what am I doing wrong? And there's a problem with that, because you aren't really focusing on the right thing. You're feeling bad because you see other people elevating and you're just wondering what you're doing wrong. But what you should be focusing on is focusing on your own craft, ignoring what's going on out there, focusing on your craft and working on your craft without comparing yourself to others, or without holding yourself to the standard of others. Hold yourself to your own standard and take your time to elevate at your own pace. The moment you start to work off someone else's pace in trading, that's the moment you're going to be losing money, right? Focus on your own pace, take it easy, journal, backtest, focus on your own journey. All right, so I'll be going on the charts right now to explain technicals. It comes on to technical analysis guys. It's very simple, right? My advice to you going into 2025, if you haven't yet found a good strategy, my advice to you is stop focusing on support and resistance, right? Now, I know a lot of you guys are taught support and resistance, and it's like the most used term in trading, support and everyone knows what support and resistance is, but it's for that very same reason that you can't really rely on it. It's not it's not a reliable way to build a strategy, support and resistance, because there are many reasons, right? There are so many in-depth reasons behind it. Things that if I should start talking about it, I will go on and on and on and on and on. I won't ever stop. There's so much to discuss. Guess what? Everyone thinks the same way about support and resistance, and most people end up losing money because they are all trading the same way. Trading support and resistance the exact same way. You want to break away from that cycle. I'm not saying that identifying or spotting zones in the market isn't useful. Like, for example, in this case, I have this level right here. I know that there's activities going on this zone, but how you utilize the level is very important. This is also a classic example. Like I had this support and resistance level right here. I knew how to utilize the level, and that is why, all my trades basically look the exact same, because I believe that that's how I can show my consistency. Most of my trades are exact copies of each other because I'm very consistent in my strategy. All right, but my message to you is support and resistance is useful, but just think deeper. Don't trade it like how you see everybody trading it. The breakout, the retest, like those things, leave them in 2024. All right, break and retest strategy, I think that strategy is dead from probably 2021. Breakout and retest type of entries. I don't trade break and retest. Now, when you see breakout and retest happening nowadays, now and then, you probably will see it, but these types of entries aren't very reliable anymore, right? Back in the day when I first started trading, you could easily enter the market right here and get a 1 to 3 risk reward and you're winning, right? Things have changed a lot since the past 5 years, right? Things have changed a lot. You can't really build a successful strategy entering the market like this consistently again. It doesn't really work. All right, so how you have to think of the markets now is you're gonna have to think deeper than this, and you're gonna have to start utilizing evidence, candlestick evidence, to suggest where the sellers, in the case of a downtrend like this, where are the sellers strongest? And you're also gonna have to use it to identify as well areas that you can almost guarantee that once the market pulls back to a certain level, there is no point in the market going higher. Meaning there is no point in the market stopping you out. All right. Now, in a situation like this, I always utilize previous support or resistance levels. I utilize them, but how I enter from the level is very deep. I think deeper than most average trader. Most average trader will not utilize my type of entry techniques because I have the reasoning behind my entries. The average person just won't understand unless I explain it to you, right? Or unless somebody who is in it and winning and making consistent money from the market explains it to you, because it's just top level stuff, right? But all I'm saying to you is, and obviously, I can discuss this in a YouTube video, but I would rather save this for another day. I just want to give you like a general advice as to how to plan your year as a trader. Cut the support and resistance, right? The regular break and retest entry, the market just touches when you want to enter for your sell. Them thing there, just cut it out, guys. Just cut it out, right? You want to think deeper than that. You want to think deeper when it comes down to you actually want your strategy to seem like you spend time to craft something that makes sense, and you're consistent. Because when somebody explains their strategy to me, I can know if this strategy you took time to develop the strategy, or you just went on the chart and just picked 2 points to enter and you won 2 trades and you just call it a strategy. No, guys, your strategy has to have good reasoning behind it, deep reasoning. I'm talking about understanding things like, okay, there are different forces in the markets. You as a trader, but you also have different higher level stuff happening as well. For example, the broker, you have liquidity providers, you have banks, big institutions that are watching certain price levels, and you need to understand the big players as well. Don't just focus on your it's very small-minded, right? Most traders nowadays, they think very small. And you don't want to lock yourself into that small-minded box where you're just thinking about a single level, and you aren't thinking about the other players in the markets who want to make money as well. Think about them. Think about what they will do to ensure that their house makes money. Remember, guys, they're in it to win it as well. So that's my advice for you. I think that's enough, because I could go deeper, I could explain a lot more, but I rather save for another video. When it comes, I rather make a video all about entries and all about how to properly utilize support and resistance. But the traditional way, everybody does a break and retest and this and that, and the market touches when they want interfere sell, guys. Like those traditional ways of trading, it's dead. It's sad, but it's dead, because I remember those days you could just spot a level, enter, win. I remember those days. I used to make a ton of money. Back in those days, break and retest. I made a ton of money trading breakout and retest on GJ, UJ. I made a ton of money back in 2020, 2021. Those times, breakout and retest was the thing. But nowadays, from 2021 onwards, I realized that the market is shifting. Like, literally at one point, I used to trade breakout and retest, and it was just one day I realized that now, man, I'm literally up 8 losing trades consistently, and something is wrong. Because why am I utilizing the same technique that I've developed over several months, and I've made a ton of money for about a year or two? I'm utilizing the same technique, but I'm not growing. Like I'm stuck. I'm losing more than I'm gaining, and it's the same technique I'm using. So something is wrong. Something is wrong with breakout and retest. And that's when I realized that, no, man, the market is changing. Like, things are just not the same. And a lot of people are talking about it. I'm not the only trader talking about breakout, retest being dead, and regular trading support and resistance is dead. A lot of people can agree with me on this. It's just dead, and I believe that. I can testify to that. I've been trading for a while. It doesn't really work like that no more. And the wickedest thing, the gurus them are gonna tell you about support and resistance, and they will tell you about retest. But them now I'm gonna tell you the actual stuff to make money still. And me I tell you the actual things to make money, alright? So stick around for the next video, guys. Certainly, alright? Hope you win for 2025 and beyond. Take care.